When beginning my research, I watched a variety of short films on the website YouTube, on channels such as Virgin Media Shorts. By using such channels, I was able to find the most successful and professionally made short films, since some films I found weren't made seriously. The internet was very important within my research because it made lots of sources available and allowed my creativity to bloom, while also helping to develop and influence my ideas. I used the website Dafont to source my fonts on both of my ancillary tasks. For example, for my film title, I used the font Mindplay, and on my film poster for my billing card, I used Movie Letters to get more of a professional look. When researching, I also watched the 2004 film The Aviator on DVD to help broaden my understanding of the condition OCD. Every aspect of my research and development of this project was recorded on my online blog on the website WordPress. This is a free blogging website. I was able to embed screenshots, add videos, and document all of my ideas, which then could be sourced again at a later date, which was very useful. When I began scripting my film, I used the online website ScriptBuddy. However, after a while, I couldn't get the hang of using this website, so I began using the program Microsoft Word, which is a program I'm very familiar with. I took my hand-drawn storyboard, photographed it using a still camera, and constructed it through the program iMovie. This allowed you to view how your film was going to look, for example by adding the correct durations. My process when creating my animatic has never changed. The sound for my animatic was designed on the program GarageBand, since I was unsure what I wanted. I took advantage of using the tracks supplied on the program and chose to use a continuous piano track. I knew I would change this at a later date. When filming my short film, I used my own camera, which gave me the freedom to film where and when I needed to. This is the camera that I've used in all of my media projects, and although it doesn't look very professional, it has always been reliable. When I began editing my footage, I used the program Final Cut Express. I had experience with this from previous media projects, so I found using the program very simple. A program alongside Final Cut I used was LiveType, which I also had experience with. It allowed me to create my film's title and the ending quote. My credits were designed in Final Cut, which increased my knowledge of the program since I did not know I could do this on this program. When creating my film's music track, I had help from a music student since I would have had no idea how to create it otherwise. We used the program GarageBand, where we recorded my track directly onto the computer. This made the recording very clear. We then exported it and added it directly onto my Final Cut project, which made it very simple and easy to use. When creating my film poster, I took new images as they had to be clear since they would be blown up to a larger size. For this, I used a Nikon camera that I borrowed from the school's photography blog. Once I had the images on Photoshop, it was easier to manipulate and position them where I wanted. Since I am a photography student, I had experience with using Photoshop and found it easy to use. When creating my review, I used a completely new program called InDesign. This allowed me to get the simple but important and precise things on my review correct. I had never used the program InDesign before, so I felt a bit like I had been thrown in at the deep end. However, I soon got the hang of it by experimenting it with fellow media students, and I was able to successfully create my review. When adding an image onto my review, I used the same process as I had for my film poster. I used the same Nikon camera and photographed my character. I could have used a screenshot from my short film. However, it would have been blurry and harder to position because it would not have been the right size for the program I had used.